I told my personal story. So this was 2. So moving past the Christian side and the biblical side, hormones in health have a very significant impact on one's personality. So this is less critical. Like you're not gonna, you can achieve drastic personality changes from this. I believe that personally. But if you have demonic influence and you're not a Christian, I believe number 1 is massive. So just some context, I suppose. All right, hormones and health. So for men specifically, this is obviously this applies both to men and women, but this is a very clear example that I've seen in my life. For men specifically, if your testosterone levels are low, you are likely to experience low energy, low drive, agreeableness, etc. So that's just that's definitely held true in my life. You might not find studies stating this very easily. Like if you just do a quick Google search and you get what the internet spits out, you're probably gonna find yourself in all kinds of weird beliefs. And yeah, so this is based on I recommend experimenting, asking what people believe and figuring it out for yourself. Pray for guidance and wisdom, but that's what I've been led to believe. So testosterone can be optimized in many ways. Get vitamin D, physical exercise, lifting heavy, eating high cholesterol, healthy fat diet, so animal fats, for example. Yeah, there's a lot of content on this now, which is cool. Next, as a man, you're designed to work at controlling your emotions. This compound allows you to make decisions based on logic and reason as opposed to emotionality. You can become more stoic through emotional restraint. This is something that I have worked out in my life. I haven't really heard many people speak about this, but there's a lot of nerding out about stoicism, and don't think I've read much of stoicism at all, so maybe I'm completely ignorant. But stoicism, the times that I've noticed I've been most stoic have been times where I have basically restrained myself, say sexually, right? I won't lust, I won't watch porn, won't go on Instagram, won't go out, like look at girls in the gym, just completely restrain myself. Even though I feel like it, I won't do it, okay? And I noticed that specific desire seemed to yield a massive result in my experience of stoicism, okay? So yeah, you could nerd out and read a bunch of things and try to think your way into stoicism. Or I think the way we're designed as men is to restrain ourselves, and that compounds. The more we restrain ourselves, the more we're able to restrain ourselves. And in terms of a sexual restraint, that's a tricky one. And I think God gave us that desire for a reason. So I don't think, I think that can be pretty, I'm cautious to recommend it basically, because yeah, I believe God, you have to pray about that one, because that is a very powerful desire in men. So all kinds of wacky things can happen if you restrain it and doing it in the wrong way, or maybe even if you just restrain it, like maybe God works it out in us. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe I can work out that more and do some more videos on it in future. But just note that though, that's all I'm trying to say, is that, yeah, I believe restraining yourself, like don't eat the chocolate that you want to eat. Be a man. What logically should you do? Do you want a good physique, right? Do you want people to see you in public and respect you based on the fact that you have a good physique and you're healthy? Of course, right? Who wouldn't? I mean, maybe you don't, okay? But I think most men would definitely want that. Therefore, it is logical to not eat the chocolate, even though you feel like eating the chocolate, okay? So control yourself based on logic and reason as opposed to what you feel like doing. Cool. Certain foods cause feelings of brain fog and anxiety. Yeah, so this is inflammatory foods, like you have seed oils and all this junk that you can find in the supermarkets. Avoid that, do your research, very important. But also with excess glucose, like if you're having a bunch of processed refined sugars and things like that, I barely eat sugar in general. Like I'll have carbs and maybe honey, but like I suppose I don't eat much processed sugar at all, okay? So yeah, basically, how does this tie into personality? Well, I believe that, say you eat excess glucose, you have the insulin spike, you have a crash throughout the day, you have brain fog. well then obviously your personality is going to be suppressed in the fact that you're not going to be able to manifest certain traits and characteristics because you're not going to have the energy and the clarity to do so. So you might not tell a joke when you would have told a joke. You might not be as joyous and happy as you would have if you're putting junk in your temple, right? This is the temple of God, this body. So, and then obviously having emotional restraint, being able to control your emotions. I mean, that in itself, if you can control, like, for example, your sexual desire in the way that find a partner, don't masturbate or don't watch porn, right? Find a partner or do what God wills for you. Some people were called to be eunuchs, right? Based on God's calling. So it's based on God's calling for you specifically. But I believe that will have a massive impact on the way that your personality manifests and the way you're perceived by people. So drastic changes from all of this stuff. Thank you for watching. All the best. I'm out. Oh yeah, let me end the screen recording. Oh my, did I not? Oh no. Oh no, you were joking. Oh, okay. It's saved. All right. All the best, guys. Control your emotions, right? That's a perfect example. All right, catch you guys later. God bless. Jesus Christ is Lord.